Hello, I'm Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram, and this is WEedNerdWorld, a Tuesday WEedNerdWorld, take two. Hopefully everything rolls through finding daddy this round. It seems like everything's loading up good and proper the second time around. Sometimes it happens like that, I guess. And cheers, everybody. Fixing to roll one up. Hopefully, you guys enjoy this surprise weed nerd world. Cheers, they Nova, Mr. Martial Artist 2012. I was just talking about you. Justin's meds. Butts are funny. How y'all doing? Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Mr. Brett Anderson, cheers to you. Trying to get something, everything to load up here. Got all kinds of shit popping up here. Bear with me as I try to get this shit off my screen. Oh, I should do. What the hell? There we go. What a rocky start. Jeez. I'm curious about the Jane's addiction thing. I hadn't watched the update. The second update on the brawl between the two yesterday. Alright, we'll go with the sweater song. What the hell? I see me, how you doing? Mrs. Justin's meds, how you doing? Let me get this chat popped out. As I settle in. Sorry about missing yesterday. I was having little problems with the Zoom. But as promised, I thought I'd slide in for a few and hang out with you guys today. Trying to get my chat popped out here. The wrong dot. That's why. Makes a big difference. There we go. Chat's DLP 2372. How you doing? Pizza Pirates in the house. Cheers, True 420. SoCal, cheers, fucker. Still no luck on those Mendo Loco. I seen you popping in already. Guess I kill this music. There we go.
Brother.
What's up, Iceni? How you doing?
Good. Usual. Feeling better than I have been. Been a bit under the weather with the old variant.
Yeah. That stinks. Feeling pretty good over here. Sore, but not too bad. Yeah, smoke some s'mores. Flavor profile is on it yet. I'll tell you in a sec.
Has that moon come up your side yet?
Yeah, beautiful, fucking huge.
Yeah, it was when it came up over that horizon. That was massive.
Yeah, it was super huge tonight. Actually, I'd considered about doing this out there, but didn't get around to setting up out there. Showtime came a little quick, man. I had to fucking take a little siesta right quick. Little 20-minute napper before the show. Not afraid to sneak in a napper. What about yourself there, Iceni?
Yeah, well, I actually did have a little bit of a nap earlier, but I'm more of a sort of like a 10-minute, just sort of like, when you're just resting your eyes after a meal or something like that. Get a little sort of like, and you just bang out of it. But yeah, no, I'm falling back into the old habits of being up all night again. And yeah, went for a nice little walk last night. Spent a couple of hours
Nice.
just walking about.
Uh, it's man. Good. No, good walk's always good. Got a little bit of sun myself today. Cut down a little bit of trees. Played in the woods. It was kind of fun. Get out the old coupling cutting implements. Didn't have necessarily the chainsaw today. The cutting pole, the pruning pole, but yeah, still did a good bit of damage. Hmm.
How's your outdoor looking? How long do you reckon you got
What's that?
on your outdoor? How long left? Do you reckon?
Looking good. I mean, it can go a couple more weeks. A couple little babies of Agnes is there and could be ready to harvest. Looking purple as fuck. But the rest could go there. Manawani there. Manawani. I can't even say it. Joel strain there is gonna go a little bit longer, well into October. But the rest of them will finish up here in a couple of weeks, right on time. We've got a lot of beautiful weather here so far. Luckily, man, it's still been in the 80s. No
Yeah.
rain. It's dry.
I know it's annoying. I know it's nice because I'm not looking forward to the cold, but uh, I'm looking forward just to a little 5 degree drop in the temperature so I can go out picking some living.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm just on the cusp of running out and waiting for that outdoor. Just eyeballing it, just like, man, don't want to be greedy. You know what I mean? Rather tough it out a little bit than pull one a little bit too early. Look at this SoCal. Are you climbing? You're standing in a fucking tree.
I'm chilling in a tree. How you guys doing?
Cheers.
Pretty
Cheers,
good,
okay.
nice. You.
I'm just, standing in the fucking tree in the backyard.
As you do. As you do.
No, I got a new little tree saddle, so I'm testing it out in the backyard before I actually go test it in the deer woods. And I'd rather fall out of a tree at home than, where nobody fucking knows I'm at.
Right, right. That's pretty
But
much a climbing rig right there, isn't it?
it's exactly what it is. It's an arborist rig. So the tree trimmers started using this kind of a setup, and us deer hunters were like, "Hey, shit, that's a quick, easy way to get up a tree and be secure." So here we are.
You got the
I'm
spikes and everything. And once upon a time, man, I could be pretty quick on some spikes up that fucking pole.
No, I actually have
He fucking sandals on. Jesus.
actually it's just tree steps that I'm using right now.
I don't think OSHA's gonna approve those flip flops in that climbing gear.
Hey, if I do it right, OSHA won't be able to find me. They'll walk right
That's
underneath me.
fucking awesome.
So
That's fucking awesome.
yeah, I mean
Hell yeah.
I'm only 10 feet up right now, but I'm just testing. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm actually going to I got 4 of these climbing sticks. So I'll use all 4 of those tomorrow, and that'll get me up about 20, 22 feet. So we'll see how it goes.
Is that more comfortable, would you say, than the normal tree stand?
It's funny you say that. I was just telling the wife, she just left for work, and I was telling her right before she left that this is actually way more comfortable, and I feel way more secure than I do in a tree stand. Because this, like,
Nice.
I feel like my whole body weight's supported. And in the tree stand, I mean, yeah, you still have your safety harness and your tether and all that, but there's slack in that, and that's only meant to catch you after you fall. All this is meant to keep you from falling. So it's a lot more comfortable, and I feel a lot more secure.
Right on.
And then I also
So you
have,
booked that flight to kill some deer? Can you?
you know,
Bring it.
I was going to go out this morning, and I woke up feeling like complete shit. So I said, screw it. Plus, it was fucking freezing up there. It was the high temperature today was like 52. So
Damn.
I didn't feel like going up there, and that 52 was at like 3 o'clock, the peak of the day. The time I was going to go out, it was like 31.
Damn.
So I didn't feel like lugging a jacket and, extra, layers and all that to peel them off in a tree. So I just called it good. I'll go out tomorrow.
I've been patiently watching the Mendo Loco babies breathing into the bag, trying to breathe a little life into them. I'm so hoping. Yeah, I've got germination on two of the other strains, none so far on the Purgatory or the Mendo Loco, but I'm definitely praying for a germ on the Mendo Loco.
Hell, I'd be praying for the Purgatory over the Mendo Loco.
Well, I've got more purgatory seeds.
Yeah.
I can redo those. I can refill those plugs.
Yeah, the Mendo Locos. I should have made more of those. I really should have made more of those.
That strain is fire for sure.
That's the thing though, is
The bag.
you don't know how it's going to be until after testing and after a whole bunch of different people grow them out. So my stupid fault. I lost the parents.
Man, shit happens, man.
Yep. And
It's only what this is day 3, so it's not like they've been soaked for like 5 days or anything. You know what I mean? I'm starting to panic.
Yeah.
I'm very, very much think they're gonna pop.
I mean, I
For
don't think
sure.
they're not so old that they're worthless anymore. I wouldn't think. I mean, they're only what 2
Oh,
years.
right. No, it's been longer than that, I would think.
Has it?
See,
Maybe it has.
fuck, man. Fuck yeah, I'd pass that shit to Bed Grower One. Remember? I haven't
Oh
seen
yeah.
him in person. I've been at his house in a good 5 years.
Oh shit.
I've
Okay.
seen
Yeah.
him.
Actually, that was before my crash and my surgery. So yeah, shit. It's
Yeah,
been holy shit. Yeah, you're
right.
right. It's probably 5 years. Maybe they are dead.
No. I believe Johnny got some of his to crack not so long ago, right? That he tried not so long ago. They're gonna pop. What are we even talking about this for? They're gonna germinate, dude.
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm gonna find one male that I don't want, and I'm gonna throw him in a box and send him to you. As
There you go.
requested. As
Well,
requested.
I have nowhere to set up for an indoor right now. So
Here, let me.
So I'm gonna get stuck with the breeding project. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
that, unless you can find another volunteer.
Right. Well, it's worthy. If I could find some parents, I could try to F to it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely worthy, in my opinion.
Yeah, because unfortunately, I can find more of the mom, the Mendo breath, but dad is rest in peace, gone with our buddy Sub.
Right. I think I still have some local seeds.
Oh no
Not
shit.
locomotion seeds rather.
Yeah.
Buried. I know I have at least two left.
Yeah, the Locomotion was the father of that Mendo Loco.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I mean, it could be made again, but it'd be like the 9-pound hammer. The original was better than the second round with the new parents.
I agree. I was funny you mentioned that because I was speaking to that subject just last night about that 9-pound hammer story there.
That
It
one was
wasn't.
fucking phenomenal.
I agree.
That one you sent me, man, that thing was a fucking beast also.
Yeah, I kind of wish that I would have held on to that one a little bit longer. Um, it was one of those things that, I had taken the time to cut that one, hunt that one out, and it was, in my opinion, special. But it was one of those things, man. I don't, like to do what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? So once,
Yep.
so once that thing was, I kind of had it coveted, and as I passed it, you remember what I tell you? Please don't pass it to anybody unless you at
Yep.
least tell me who the fuck
Yep.
he's passed. So I know there's some verification along the lines of the cut there, who had it, and then I made the mistake of passing it on to somebody that completely hoarded her out. And in the
Oh,
midst of
shit.
that, yeah, I got pissed. I was like, yeah, fuck it. Everybody's got this bitch now. And I fucking just fucking Spartan kicked that bitch right out of the fucking garden there. And so yeah, no, but I do regret it though. That was a fucking amazing strain. It was super heavy, put you on your ass. If you wanted a strain to end your day with, it was that nine
That
pound
was the
hammer.
one. Yes, it was. And for growth on that thing,
No
that thing was a
trim,
monstrosity on my indoor.
no trim, super fast flip. Strain was
Yep.
damn perfect.
Good producer.
Yeah.
Put her in hemp hill.
Huh?
Did you put her in hemp hill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, at one point, do you remember Josh LaCroix?
Yes, I do.
So
Love
Josh,
Transformation.
him and his wife Mila, were in town I believe he was coming down here to San Diego for some of his treatment.
Mm.
And I met up with them and I passed them a couple of cuts of different stuff, Quirkle and I think Cheesequake. It's a bunch of subs gear. And he asked me, he says, "Hey, do you have that 9-pound?" I was like, "Yeah, I have it, but you can't."
Yeah.
So I explained to him that, it's like, hey, this is one cut that I've been asked to not pass along to anybody. So he was a little upset, but he understood.
Uh, I think people should take a little bit more respect of like things like that. When you get past a nice cut, I mean, you should honor that, 100%. I've seen that work the other way too, as far as like testers go. People be honored enough to be a tester for a breeder, and then take that strain before it's even been released, pretty much, and have clones already on the market in their area. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Did hunt and is already on the market in clone form before the seeds are even fucking released.
right.
And it's happened. I'm here to tell you it's happened. And it's kind of sad that, when somebody passes you something with a little bit of, trust, I
Right.
guess. There's no way to say it. That it doesn't always get honored. And that goes with test results, period. You know what I mean? A lot of breeders
Yep.
pass things out with the intentions on getting some type of feedback, and everybody wants seeds. Yeah. And then they
Right.
take them, either don't pop them or just don't give the proper feedback, which
Or
I've
any,
seen
at that
across.
matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I first started sending the Mendo Loco out, I sent some to, I believe I sent them to Chicha, and she passed them on to her buddy, Double Tap Farms.
Mm.
And he, believe it or not, I don't even know the guy. I've seen a few of his posts on Instagram, and that's about it. Never had a conversation with him. And he gave me more feedback than anybody else.
There wasn't. There was Puffer had him too, right?
Puffer had him, yeah. She gave me a little feedback, but she was more. Her feedback was more. She would go like Instagram live and kind of show everybody like her whole grow and all that. And that's where I got info from her. And then obviously you grow them out and give them to Med Grower, and he did.
I didn't.
Well, that was the thing with the Mendo Loco was I wanted that thing hoard out. I told
Yeah.
everybody, fucking, take one and pass them along.
It was worthy. It was worthy, girl.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that germinated when Angel found those seeds. I was super stoked.
Hell yeah.
Super stoked. I think you sent me a few batches of those seeds. I think I still may even have another vial, but it's not the first vial that you passed. And that's
okay. Yeah, the first vial was the.
That's what I'm going to do to that. I think there's.
Yeah, the first ones I sent were the original, and I only had a handful of the originals. I think I sent those to you and Johnny, and then I did an F2. Well, I have the original parents, so I just did it again with the same parents. But after that, I lost the parents. But that round, the second round I did, that was when I sent you a whole shitload of them to give out on the show.
Yeah, I think it's a couple of those beans that I have left.
Okay.
It's asking, why is SoCal standing on a pole? I'll let you fill the thing.
It's on a pole. It's a tree. And I'm testing out my new hunting equipment. Rather test it in the backyard than out in the deer woods and fall out of the tree where I have no cell service and nobody knows where I'm at. At least here, the neighbors will hear the thud and call the ambulance.
Hopefully.
I don't know. Honestly, I've been out here since April and I haven't met. I've met one of the neighbors.
Them are good neighbors.
Yeah, well, they're well, no. I take that back. I met two of them, but one of them already moved out. So, and the one I met's a desert racer. So, we were cool with each other right out of the gate.
Nice. What are those odds, eh? Well, I guess pretty good seeing you live in the desert, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I went riding Sunday morning and it took us from my front door to where we race. It took me 20 minutes. So there will be a lot of them out here. A lot of desert racers out in this neighborhood.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, my view from up here is pretty cool.
It is from my vantage point as well. Trying to bring up this link that Marshall sent me. He did send me a link for a play here in Michigan to check out tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to, but it looks really cool. I'm doing the favor of throwing it out there. Well, let me bring it up.
We have like the little playhouse thing at the Civic Center here. And, the Civic Center's got the courthouse and all that shit out here. Anyway, there's a little venue in there that has mostly smaller shows. But I saw this thing. It was called the Black Jacket Orchestra. Does Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd. And the tickets were like $20 for a fifth row seat. So I figured, you know what? Why not? Let's go check this out. I'll tell you what, if you ever see the Black Jacket Orchestra coming to your town, I don't care where you live, whatever show it is, go check it out. Those guys are phenomenal. If I would have just sat back and closed my eyes, I would have actually thought I was at a Pink Floyd show.
Nice.
And they do all different artists, And the way they work it is like the guys that do the Pink Floyd show, maybe one or two of them will do, say Steve Miller Band or, whatever, pick your band, So they cater it to the artists that they have doing their performances for their show, specialize in, whatever artists they're covering, basically.
What you got there? I seen Deep Candy.
Yeah, it's the CBD for the wife, and they're gonna scarify them. These have got really poor germination rate. I can only get one a pot. I'll just mix up some.
Look like greenhouse seeds, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Are they still coating the seeds? Yeah. At one point, they were doing like a germination thing coat on the seeds there, right?
I don't know, mate. I honestly can't tell you.
I'd seen it at one of the strain hunters where they were like coating the seeds with like colored, and it helped with the germination and preservation of the seed. So they were saying.
Oh, really? I know they do that with like regular grass. I didn't know they were doing it with our grass.
And then episode, anyways.
Yeah, I know they do make a lot of seeds, and they have all the machinery and everything else. So it wouldn't surprise me. But these particular ones, they were given to me free. They gave me about half a big box full of these, and I've handed quite a few out. Fluff has got them going. But these are quite high THC, or not THC, low THC, high CBD. But like I said, the germination rate is really poor. But I'm not going to try one of the old school methods, just soaking them in some potassium nitrate and see if I can improve the germination rate on them. Plus, you can use the potassium nitrate. Is we don't really hear of this term. We hear of the hybrid vigor, but there's an actual term called seedling vigor, and we can give seedling vigor by giving them potassium nitrate.
Nice. How many CBD varieties have you grown up?
Just this one. It was the first one I've only ever done one of these. It's the first one. I've got loads to try. I've got I've been gifted the last 2 years with quite a few. I'll be experiencing as well, but I know these ones have got high CBD, and that's what I'm after. I need the medicine.
Nice. Sooner or later, I'd like to get back to pop one. I do have some laying around, and I think it'd be nice to have some laying around. But right at this point, I need some THC weed, so I'll do one before I drop some CBD. So. And I can't wait to get this harvest in. I really can't. This fucking outdoor is coming in right on time. And looking forward to trying to retweak. The indoor garden is going to be an evolution for sure. Because right now, as things get moving around, I'm just upsizing and putting shit where I can put it. You know what I mean? I'm already thinking, well, I'm not done anything upstairs yet, but might just throw a tent up there for a minute until I decide to do something up there. Yeah, there's still more work to be done before the final garden can go in. So you guys will definitely see an evolution of things before things get finalized for sure. And at one point, I would honestly love to just have a place to make hash, like a little hash room downstairs. A machine just set up, you know what I mean? Just
Do
at
it.
any time, go down there and fucking be able to either sift some shit out or do a quick wash. That would be
Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to just
Yeah,
have
it'd
it
be
set
nice to
up
be able to just have it.
permanently.
right. Or will it be one of those things where I'm like, got the light on, couple plants in there and shit. Well, I'm not making hash today. Might as well get some plants going in this space. And that's the way that kind of goes.
Shit, Eagle sounds like you're
Man,
gonna go like Johnny did and end up fucking using your bathroom as a grow room as well.
the bathroom is too small.
Rest of the house is the rest of the house is full. We can fit some in the shower.
Yeah, that's one of the things right there too. Even as I was like, oh, yeah, right.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear? That's what smokes. Can you hear me? Hello?
Uh-oh. They block of birds fly by and block Eagle's internet.
Yeah, the robot came.
Hold on. All right, back to that one, I guess. That one better?
A
Better,
little bit.
yes?
Yeah, now you're back. Uh-oh. You gone.
He'll be back.
He'll
I'm
come back. Oh, there he is.
I'm back. I'm back. I forgot what I was talking about. That.
Turning the shower into a grow room.
Oh, I remember. I was talking with Angel the other day about this is real life. This is real life fucking talking shit with buddies right here. The fucking like layout of like what I wanted to do with the house, basically. You know what I mean? I haven't. It's still like in the planning phase as the remodeling is happening. I don't even. I'm looking at the what could be the living room area. You know how it's gonna set up, where it might hang a TV or fucking. I don't even know. I don't even fucking know at this point. You know. And so I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm a fucking adult here. No kids. I might just set the fucking my little station right up out here. I don't need a fucking living room. I don't watch TV. I don't. You know what I mean? I might man cave this whole fucking house. I don't know. There's nothing from stopping me from man caving the whole entire house. But that thought was real though. That yeah. I never had that opportunity and a blank slate and a big kid attitude. It's dangerous. It's dangerous is what I'm saying. It may be a big kid layout though.
I really hate fucking random chemicals.
Dude, Billy, I wish I could see that moon out there. It was fucking beautiful when the little bit I got to see of it. Just check it out, chat here. Is anybody else smoking? Am I the only one? What are you doing, I see?
Oh, I was just making up that seed soaking solution. I was just weighed out zero point 0.5 grams of the potassium nitrate, and I'm going to add that to half a litre of water. I'm just going to use that water just to soak the seed in a paper towel.
Nice.
Yeah, But was if you ever use them, that's the recipe: 1 gram per liter of water for seed soaking. Or if you want to just give your little seedlings a little bricks and yeah, you give them a little bit of vigor. But don't smoke or be around naked flames, and be careful with other chemicals that are mixed there because they can go bang.
I thought it got fucking instantly dark over there at SoCal. Like, did it get dark in the desert that quick?
No, I had to set my phone on the tree branch so I can climb down the tree.
I know, don't you dare. I want to see you scurry down the tree in them flip flops. Oh, he's down. Damn. There he goes. So does that step move with you?
No,
SoCal?
no, they're attached to the tree. Give me a second here. All right. No, the steps are attached. They're tied in right here, so they don't go anywhere. But I got 4 of these. Well, that'll get me, once I set them properly in an actual tree, that'll get me up about 22 feet.
Nice.
And then the sad part, that's all that holds me up there. That's it. It's just like a lineman's belt, basically.
So do you have obviously do you clip your weapon to your belt there and just climb?
Yeah, I got a little retractable like the dog leashes that, like, you can reel the dog back in with them. I got a little one of those kind of things that goes on my belt. So as I climb, it just the rope comes out. When I get to the top, I just kind of reel it in, and it's like a chalk line, basically.
Nice. Nice. So I had other things I did. I got all my 100% German right on the Blueberry Train Mac from Brandon Russ, and I got 100% germ rate on the Michigan Blueberry or Michigan Bubble Gum from Inspired Grower. So yeah, just waiting for the other 2 to start popping out. I honestly think we'll get a good germ rate. It's only been, like I said, 3 days. I'd say 3 to 5 on some older stock, and that's pretty common. I don't give up until at least 7, and even at
Yeah.
that, if everything else is popped and like there's that one, I'll still fucking kick it along for a little while. I won't necessarily give up on it until like 12. Day 12, I'm like, yeah. I'll start kicking the can at day 12 and go, fuck. So that's praying it that way. I prefer 1 to 3, 3 to 5 on older stock. Kind of praying after that.
Yep. Yeah, after 7 days, if I use like the soak them overnight in a shot glass of water and then do the paper towel thing or whatever, after 7 days, if I don't have nothing, I just say fuck it and I put them in the dirt anyway, and either they pop or they don't.
Right.
And if they don't, oh well.
I forgot to say hello to Operation Annihilation. I guess I don't have to type it now. Cheers. Yeah, I'm so glad that things are like in the closing phases, final stages of sanding, ready to
Oh, no.
paint, trims here, ready to put up. Like
Oh
too
hell
many
yeah.
things like pulling me along because I love the trim. The fine, you know what I mean? That's the fun part. And I
Hmm.
wanted to jump the gun like yesterday, put it up, just primed and shit. But I was like, fuck, I wanted to set it down on the floor, and I haven't laid the tile yet, so I don't want to have to undercut the shit. I'd rather just fucking set it on the tile. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Hmm.
patiently wait a couple more days. But yeah, I love fucking. That's the bread and butter for me. I love the woodworking, the trim part of the shit, and it's so close, so close
Well,
to
you
that
know,
full.
once you're doing the baseboard, you know you're so close to done.
Yeah,
And that flies too. If you know what you're doing, base goes quick.
yeah, for sure. So you prefer to cope, or are you a miter guy as far as corner go?
Yeah. Depends on the house. I prefer, just a miter just because it's quick. It's one cut. You set the saw and you're good. But, it's, a nice high end, home, then obviously you're going to cope it and make it look just tits.
I'm a coper myself. I always, yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter. I take that extra time. Tried a few different cheater methods. I don't like flipping it over and like,
Yeah.
cutting a straight edge. I always give it a little back cut. What do I want yourself? I try to go up a little bit on that top and then over, back almost like a degree to give me just a little bit more comfort.
Yeah.
You know what I mean on that bump in? Yeah. Yeah. Can't wait. Just talking about it's got me like, yay. So do you cover those with plastic or anything I seen here? Or you just let them soak air out like that?
Always
Tupperware.
something
You're
for it.
you're muted.
Yeah, it's just in the Tupperware. It's not really sealed down. I'll come and check it tomorrow because with the potassium nitrate, they might even just crack tonight. Don't know. Who knows? But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just keep them somewhere dark. So, just dark and warm.
Well, other girls, I forgot to get cups today. So mad. So mad. Day two, I was gonna grab them yesterday. Hey, my other seedlings are right here. These things are already looking good. Nice hair bags. Fuck, these things are already. Fuck this one over here. Yeah, goddamn it. Gosh dang it. Yeah, gosh dang it. I'll go the other way on that one. Yeah, these things are fucking. Yeah. Look here. He says, one of the Michigan. What do we got? Blueberry train mac already. This is day three on the blueberry train mac.
Nice.
Four of them like this, which is making me feel bad that I didn't get the cups. I'm gonna fucking probably end up looking around the house tonight for something I could try to plant these in. And these are the Michigan bubble gum. They're about the same. I love the way, like, literally, you ever like watching seeds and like the fucking phase they go from like fucking nothing to wow. You know what I mean? You're like, man, I just looked at that 2 hours ago. There wasn't even nothing showing and shit. And you see a little bit of green, fucking look a little bit later, and there's fucking a little head popping out. You're like, how nature's crazy, man. It's amazing how quickly they can do their thing. Yeah, these need to be up potted like yesterday. Oh, leave those open. I'm drying out a little bit too. Cheers. Yeah, that's I can't wait to try the blueberry train mag. That one seems very intriguing. The bubble gum, he said the bubble gum's there on that side of it, and so that'd be interesting. I haven't had bubble gum anything bubble gummy in the garden in quite some time, probably since like 2011 in that area.
Have you? I know you had them at one point. I don't know if you ever grew them. The Joshua tree from
I have
Amelia.
grown them out. I do have a pack of them. I have not grown them out yet. Yeah, but that's one of the ones I knew is kind of limited. I have not grown that out yet.
I'll tell you what. If you like something kind of fruity, those were those had like a juicy fruit gum smell and taste.
Oh, I popped the Doc Holidays when those came around. I went with the Doc Holidays instead of the Joshua tree. Doc
How were those?
Holidays, fire.
Yeah,
It was a garden for sure. I very much enjoyed it. Nice,
yeah. I
easy.
didn't end up getting any of those, but I
No,
did get. Actually, Sub did a. You know, I used to do his trivia shit when he was doing his weed nerd shows. Yeah, or not as weed nerd, but when he'd go live on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, he'd do like the little stupid trivia. And I won one of the trivia things he did, and he sent me. It was the straw. Was it the cherry lemonade? Was the prize on that one? And he sent me a few other packs. You know, as Sub always does. You know, he sends you one, he sends you four. And those Joshua tree just happened to be one of those. And I'll tell you what, they're fucking good. That's another one I wish I would have kept around.
nice. I believe I have a pack of each strain left, or some remnants thereof. At least two strains of every strain.
Oh,
Two
nice.
seeds of each strain right now.
Yeah,
One of those.
the cherry
Oh,
lemonade, that was another great one, but I didn't like that one. That one was when it was growing, it smelled like, you know, that like rubber, burned rubber and gas. And then once it was dried and cured, it tasted like you just smoked a bowl of Hawaiian punch.
Nice.
well, now you let that cat out of the bag, Eagle, is that you got at least 2 seeds of every strain. What about the Dairy Queen then? Because I know Miranda's got, I don't know if he's still got them, but Joel didn't part with them the last time we spoke about it. But have you got the Dairy Queen?
I do have a pack of Dairy Queen. I do. 100% pack of Dairy Queen. 100%. 100% have a pack of Dairy Queen.
Because
That was one of the. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I have been looking for a few years to get my hands on that one. Also, just letting you know.
Right on.
So many people have promised to send me it as well. It's like Tyler said he had like a few hundred of them. He said he was going to send me some. He never did.
Well, I'll have to see what I have before I promise anything. But yeah, that collection there is like you might as well be pulling some of my teeth to get some of those seeds. But I'll see what I got. If I have a 5-pack, I'll be willing to at least pass 2 your way to see if you can do anything with them right now. Greenfinger says he has 2 Dairy Queens in veg right now. Lucky dog. Them things, yeah, that'd be a nice pop right there. Them are one of the ones I've got in the pile that I kind of talked with Mr. Brandon Rust when he handed me that blueberry train mac. We were talking about popping old seeds and having that Yeah, someday the science is gonna catch up and they'll be able to tissue culture that motherfucker,
Mhm.
whatever. And that's them are the one of the ones scared to pop. Always want to keep a couple, in case that day comes. And I've got a few strains like that. That there's just that one. You know what I mean? If there's
Mhm.
gonna come a day, they're gonna fucking science is gonna get it.
Wait, did I hear you right? You said Green Fingers has Dairy Queen and veg?
That's what he says. Joel was giving him out last month as freebies. I thought I heard he mention that. Maybe the month before. Yeah, I thought heard him mention that last episode. He was looking for people to work through the older TGA stuff.
Huh. Oh, we're gonna see Eagle get popped on Wiener World.
Not here. I'm all good. Not me. No, that thing was, that's weird to even hear the sirens out this way.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, but Green Fingers, if you're listening, hit me up. Let's talk about that Dairy Queen. You got my IG. You got my phone number as well. It's still the same, brother. It hasn't changed.
I can't believe the response. Like even Joel was saying, uh, he's offered it out, to do a pheno hunt on some of the older TGA stock, in hopes that if we find something, we'll pass something back. We were kind of talking about that, the respectability of passing a cut back if the breeder ever finds one. It was actually me and Rez earlier talking about him and Professor P, his favorite breeder there, working off. Uh, pheno that one of the testers had found. You know what I mean? And giving that credit to that tester on the packs. You know what I mean? But fuck yeah. I can't believe the lack in response though. Even as me passing out the sangria, the purgatory, and all the stock he's giving me, I was like, really? Here's another one. Wow. The lack in response. Same thing with him. You know what I mean? And people entered and the lack in response. To be honest with you.
You're good on your plant count, right?
They're looking for people that are jacking people's Wi-Fi.
That's not a thing, is it?
It could be.
No, we're good. We're good. As it says, my internet connection is unstable.
Just a little bit.
They're scanning. Shit.
Is it unstable or is it bipolar?
It's bipolar for sure. Ah, that's fucking hilarious. All right, you guys, for a second, I gotta go get rid of some of this coffee. All right, talk amongst yourselves in chat if you can see it. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back too. I'm gonna get something to drink.
Yeah, I can hear you. This is where the dad song would be good.
That should be it.
That's where the dab song would have been highly appropriate. That was a painful one. That was like a rush. I heard SoCal bail on you. I was like, fuck. I gotta double time this thing.
We could have hit the dab song.
That's what I said. Poorly planned. I see he's popped there. He looks totally comfortable.
Yeah, she's knackered. She went for a big walk last night with me. Chilling all day.
So, Eagle Rez put that seed in my head the other day about coming out there and killing all the deer for him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Um,
Uh, I've gone as far as calling the DNR out there to get some info and talk to the wife, and I might be coming out your way this time next year.
yeah. Nice. Russ has been thinking about you as well. Been checking out his farm count. That's different because yeah, different situation with the farm. I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they wreaking havoc on the blueberries, or?
They could be,
Well, I'm more than willing to come out and do some pest control for them.
Right now, just saying, you might want to talk.
All right.
He's all smiley face laughing in the chat. Cheers, Mr. Golden Hair. How you doing, insurance guy? Oh shit. I'm all smiles tonight. I don't even know what the fuck I just pulled out to smoke. Crap. Cadbury.
Does it really matter? I mean, everything you have is just pure fire. So,
If it were mine, I would agree with that, but this is just some random filler. Filler.
random filler.
I very much looking forward to trim. I mean, it's been so long to sit down in front of a decent set of beds, and I don't even want to try trim. I'm looking forward. I'm pulling out the fucking machines. Rez says he's got an extra couple machines. I'm like, I'm sitting down with that og door and fucking Edward hands that motherfucker. Then hopefully
Nice.
follow up with a hash wash.
There you go. Well, how many you got out there?
I think there's 10. 10. I'm going to say 10.
So why not just take 2 or 3 and wash them all?
No. The whole plant?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't like hash?
I love hash, but that's one of those things too, man. It's one of the. I think the whole hash thing these days, the extract's way out of control. You know what I mean? To squish those buds, it's always been caviar for me. That little bit of extra, all that trim, the little bit that I wouldn't smoke at the bottom of the plant, that's always been like, okay, that's the caviar for me. I'm fucking gonna keep most of that for myself because the market's never been huge for hash. You know what I mean? At one point, you could take it to the dispo when you could take it to the dispo, and you could flip it nice and easy. But it was lost with the fucking BHO extraction and shit like that. The market fell right out for a nice water hash, you know what I mean? A water extraction hash. And now you see it here and there, but you don't see the demand for it. People don't remember that full body high, the true medicine. And I think that's the best medicine is that hash. But people don't, you know what I mean? So why would I want to? Nah, I can get all I need from that wash, from that trim. You know what I mean? And still able to keep my buds and throw in worms on top of that. You know what I mean? And I think as far as that goes, and I'll be honest to hell, I think people waste a fucking boatload of fucking hash unless they're actually extracting with the hydrocarbon side of things and they're actually just being brutal about it and completely stripping everything off the plant because there's I don't know how many times, and I was saying this just the other day. I've gotten into a wash, and you've gotten the first set of trichomes off the buds there, and you get it. It's nice, but then you get ready to put up the machine. You're like, all right, one more wash. You know what I mean? Because the pulls
Mhm.
have been decent up until that second, third wash, some quick washes. Then you get into the fourth, and now it's just dumped. You know what I mean? So even at that, and as I get into that and spray and make sure I'm not getting any more particulate in there in my latter washes, but the same trichomes are there. But I think there's a lot to be wasted in the bud. You don't. It's you know what I mean. Even at that, if you break it down, crumble it up before the process, I just think you're still losing it if you're putting straight butter into your wash material. Will you get some awesome hash? Yes. But is that, do I think, are you wasting, a lot of great buds? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I think there's a lot of ways to just flat out washing buds. You know, that's just my opinion anyway.
Yeah, I can see it from a caregiver standpoint, but from a just personal grower, grow it for yourself, maybe share with a friend or here or two. I love the water hash. I've been known to just chop an entire plant and do water hash out of the whole plant.
I've washed buds. I just don't, If I'm washing buds, to be honest with you, at that point, it's something that's been around for a minute. It's lost its finesse. You know what I mean? It's not as jar friendly. At that point, yeah, I'll throw that shit in the fucking washer and let it soak a minute.
That's why hash
Well,
lost its appeal because everyone associated with hash is the stuff that got re-remediated that wasn't there, didn't look nice on the shelf, got made into hash, and that
yeah,
was basically why the market fell out on it. Plus, it was, in some aspects, it's true.
That's the way it should. I've said that for a very long time too. Just like any other product, you're right, Iceni. They should be doing some kind of quality check.
mhm,
Fucking if you're a fucking your rep should be out there pulling out everywhere that weed's available. There should be a rep that goes around from like say my grow if I were that large scale. I would want one of my reps to go around to the distribution points once a week, just like a fucking Frito Lay or anybody else
yep,
does, and pulls the old chips off the shelf. I would want them to rip open the bag, fucking roll one up, shitty job, right? And fucking put that through the gauntlet and fucking be like, okay, yeah, this meets the quality standards of the brand. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, all that shit should be pulled right off the shelf and replaced. And then all that goes back, just like you said, Asini, and that gets made into the company's extracts, edibles, whatever. You know what I mean? But that flavor standard, that all that should, when they open it up, that should be wild. I don't, and I'm even on the end of that to where I wouldn't even want the shit discounted. I'd buy it back before I would want that discounted and look bad on my brand. You know what I mean? Because even at a
right.
discount, it's not all it should be. That's what they're looking at. They're going to look at that brand and they're going to go, yeah, I know I got it for a discount, but you know what I mean? It'd make me second guess the brand as a consumer. I do. That's the way cannabis should be run. You're 100% on point there, I see.
Yeah, see, I just like to do the hash because when it comes to trimming, I'm lazy as hell and I hate trimming. So I end up just hashing everything up.
I just it's an effort. That's the reason why I don't do it a lot. It's with all the ice. I have to wait till it's sort of like freezing cold outside, so I can have the advantage of it's coming freezing cold out of my tap already. So I ain't really got to worry about chilling the water. So when it's -4 outside, the tap water's coming out at -4. So yeah, things like that. But it is backbreaking work, and it is it's gonna take a whole night, day and a half, possibly, and you're gonna be slogging away. You're gonna be sweating. You're gonna be aching. So it's got to be worth it. That's why I'd like maybe say save up 3 years worth of trim and things like that, just making one day of it every 3 years.
Well, I'm going to go on record as saying this right fucking now. If things were as we just spoke of, you know what I mean? The extracts were being made off of pulled off the shelf fucking flour. The flour that you would receive on the shelf would be back to being fucking amazing. Because right now, that money is being harvested more so for the extraction side of things more than letting the flower go full term. If they harvest on the more early side, they get that beautiful, nice, pretty hash. And you know what I mean? And they can still put it on the fucking shelf. But it isn't all it could be. But it's what I call an all-purpose harvest. Because now they can either make it for five-star harvest, five-star hash, or sell it to you as decent flour, or they can do whatever they want with it because it was harvested early. But most and foremost, they can make their pretty extract out of it. You take that out of the picture now, where you color and all that shit doesn't play a part in your hash, and it should be produced from an older flower. You know what I mean? It is down the chain where it should be, a little bit into the inside of things, a little darker trichomes, shit like that. You'll find much better extracts across the board. Oh, your extracts will be better. The flour you buy at the fucking store will be better. It will be back to where it should be. But right now, they're trying to harvest on the commercial side of things at that all universal harvest, basically, the sweet spot first and foremost for hat and quality of flour. That's my opinion right there. And the test results prove that. If you look at anything that's been tested, the THCA was super high. You know what I mean? That sells right there for it's on the early side of things instead of letting it go further down the chain. But yeah, we'd be back to quality of flour that, you know what I mean? What you rip open in that package should be first and foremost. Flour first. Then anything else. The extracts and whatnot should come second. And I don't know. That's just my opinion on, what you see.
I have an opinion on the when you say about the early and the THCA. My opinion is they just tested it wet and not dry, because it's the oxidization that the decarboxylation does stuff as well. But just the fact of the weed drying out is going to affect them results. So if they've just tested a sort of like a damp, humidity, or quite a squishy bit of weed, yeah, it's going to test, because it's going to test more for the THCA. But if you left it another couple of the same bit of weed not growing, you left it a couple of days just to dry it a little bit more, it's going to be a little bit more THC. Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a case of, I think the stage of harvest is, but I think it's also about the dryness and the oxidization stage process. The longer it takes to dry, the more it's going to decarboxylate, and it's going to be with a higher concentration of the psychoactive side.
I'm willing to bet I don't need a fucking test result to pull out. I'm willing to bet I could pull out a fucking microscope and put this on, and the trichomes that I see are on the clear side of things, not the cloudy side of things. Again, I don't need a test result to tell me that I can tell by just looking at the flower in itself. So again, I'm leaning to the early side of things, not just the test results itself, but the look of the flower. It isn't just a shotgun
But
observation.
see, in the end, though, when it comes down to dispo weed, it's all about the almighty dollar, not quality anymore.
Sad, true.
You know, you can harvest 2 weeks early and still make your money. Well, why not? You know, that's 2 weeks of something else in that place, taking up that light and that space. So
Yeah, that's an extra 2 weeks out of the next harvest is the way
right,
they look at it on
right.
a scale. Yeah. Different
You know,
things
so
can, you- do you believe, I mean, but what do you guys think about that in general? I mean, it's nice to know a general time on when it can happen, but different variables along the flowering cycle can push that back or speed it up. You know what I mean?
you know,
I like to see
sub
a
said
plant.
sub
I
said
like,
something one time that really stuck with me. And he was talking about when his packs would have the days of flower on the pack. And he said, if I say 58 days, that's when you start looking at it to see. That's when you start to put it under the microscope. And, you know, yeah, yours might be done in 58 days, but the guy across the way might be done in 62.
I like to see a plant senesce naturally, but sometimes you come across those plants that just don't want to finish, and they're not growing anymore. They're not changing, and they're just in stasis. I give them a week or 2 weeks, and if they don't develop, get fatter or anything like that, they're done. I've had enough of it. You just not. I'm like, you're not producing anymore. When the plants stop producing, that's when I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm gonna swap you up now for something that's gonna be producing, because I'm just wasting time and energy at that point. But I do like
Yeah.
to see the plant naturally, senesce and fade out and finish. But
For me, I
occasionally you come
agree.
across ones that just don't want to.
I agree that the calyx the will change. You know what I mean? They will turn red or later, after harvest. It doesn't that necessarily isn't all indication. I like to see a nice coloring on my bud before a harvest. But for me, one of the true decisions for me is when I no longer see them fucking stout. You know what I mean? When I see them start to curl in like this, I know that plant is no longer looking. The whole thing is doing is looking for pollen. You know what I mean? So when them fucking hairs start to fucking recede in, you can tell they're no longer looking for that pollen. Their days are numbered. You've got,
Yep.
a good week and a half at best after that point, and you're not gonna see much more after that. Cheers, Rez.
Cheers.
What's happening, man?
What's happening, man? You tree climber, you?
Damn right.
Got lots of.
Oh, you guys like splitting the
There's a
internet
big
now?
one right there. There's a big. Oh, that's why I wasn't gonna get on. I was afraid I was gonna steal it all from the state. I mean, there's none out here, so
Yeah, even better in my opinion.
hmm it's a beautiful night. I figured I'd get out here and give. Everybody's talking about the moon. I figured I'd get it on camera.
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah,
starting to crack the horizon here.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
I
Get
don't
out,
even
get
know
a
if.
Sorry. Yeah, I think
Over to the picnic table. I can't. What's going on? Why does it do that? When you go to single now, you can't just. It doesn't allow you to see the whole. Well, I can't see the whole screen anymore when I do it.
I don't know.
Zoom changed. You know, you used to be able to see yourself.
Yeah.
What's that light? What's that other light there? Yeah, what's it?
What you got smoking, I seen? What's your medicine?
It's,
I'm dead. Shit.
I'm out in my bud at the moment, so I'm on this. It's just like a combination of the bottom of my jars. So yeah, I'm just loading up my joint.
Oh, we call those dispensary pre-rolls.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, brother. That is fucking on point.
Yeah, basically, it's quite nice because occasionally I'll hit a bit of. I'm like, ooh, I remember that one.
You know, back in when I don't talk about that shit once. Back when we started the CRI, which was the Cannabis Research Institute, was with me and a bunch of friends started in 2008. We would offer up a farmers market on the weekends, and we'd allow everybody come in and fucking do their thing, and we'd have along our shelf would have what we called the Turkish blend, and that was the little popcorn buds. Because at that point you're still doing it by the gram, and you know what I mean. So you're serving out all the good stuff right off the top, and they always get stuck with the little popcorns at the bottom there. And so with all those, we dump those into a jar, and we'd sell that for $6 a gram and call that our fucking Turkish blend back then. And that would fucking, we would get more people to come in and just want that Turkish blend than a lot of times with the favorite thing. Just because, like you're saying, Iceni, they would pick through, or they would get that out of something all the time. It was always like, yeah, yeah. And so it isn't always such a bad thing to be in that stage, because the salads are always fun sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, if it's bottom of the bag, bottom of the jar, that's where all the goody stuff is. Because that's where all the stuff that's been knocked off your buds, it's just gone to the bottom of your jars and that. So yeah, that's gold dust.
Man, all right, you guys again will see the cheap fucker side of me in this statement too, because all right, this is another cheap thing I do in my cannabis keeping is one that I also use for my dry 1-inch paintbrush. I've talked about this all the time that I use for my hash there when I do dry sifting. That brush also cleans up my jar. So after I tap that out like you do, I'll sweep that jar with that paintbrush and then brush those trichomes into a fucking shot glass that at some point I will press into a temple ball and fucking, but yeah. When things are rolling, I will not try. I do my best not to fucking waste a dry comb, and that's sad. It's fucking true.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, I like that sand at the bottom of the jar.
Good.
Fingernail
Why do
hash.
we
You can
do
get
that?
it's a short jar, right? You can get that first finger scrape with your nail in there. You can get it out of behind your nail and put it on.
So if you've got a wide mouth jar, you can get your hand in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, the big jars, you get the whole hand in. Everybody wants to dry in half-gallon or gallon jars. I like gallon pickle jars, as long as they don't have the pickle smell in the lid. As long as the pickle smell is not the same lid, though. I don't want the same lid.
I've made that mistake, and I've never heard the end of it from a few. But there are ways to get that pickle smell out of there. I've heard Vaseline You could pack that lid full of Vaseline, and there's other ways to get that out of there. But
Mustard.
they should just make an aftermarket fucking lid for that.
Lid.
That's what
Right.
they should do.
Right. They do?
English mustard will deodorize anything. You just give it a smell. Yeah.
English mustard?
Good to know.
What's English mustard? Is that
The hot
is
the
that
hot stuff?
the
The
hot
hot
stuff?
mustard.
You mean like a Dijon?
Coleman's.
Coleman's.
Coleman's English mustard.
Oh, you said Hellman's?
No, Coleman's.
I don't think we have that here.
I don't think so.
You must do. You must have English mustard. This is,
I mean, I think of Coleman, and I think of like a lantern or a camp stove.
I just have to. My mind wants to fucking wonder what's the difference right off the top. What would be the difference?
How spicy is it?
It's spicy. It's like Dijon mustard. It's a little bit tangy. Coleman's mustard makes it. It's like wasabi almost.
There you go. Well, that sounds good. I just had some wasabi.
Interesting.
Wasabi.
Can't believe you've not heard of Coleman's English mustard.
Oh.
Is it CULL?
COLMANS.
Is it Grey Poupon? Is Grey Poupon? Is Grey Poupon English mustard? Nobody remembers Grey Poupon. Those commercials? No.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
Grey
I'm that
Poupon.
old.
Yeah,
Damn, I'm that old.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
I still pull that, like,
Grey Poupon.
if I pull up next to like a Rolls Royce or Bentley or something at a stoplight, I'll still pull that maneuver on them.
Yep, exactly.
Nowadays they look at you
I
like,
love Grey Poupon, man. I love Grey Poupon.
I'm wondering if it's the same. I wasn't trying to make fun. I was wondering.
It's got a bite. It has a bite to it. It's a mustard with a bite, but it doesn't burn.
Well, it sounds like it could be the same. That's what I was asking, if that was our version, our English version, our American version of the English mustard. That's what I was wondering.
That's kind of what it sounds like, yeah.
I don't know who makes Grey Poupon.
I don't know. I've never had
Grey Poupon.
I'm not the dude in the Bentley. I've never had the shit, man.
Dude, is there? I thought that wasn't that moon just full? The top of that moon just got cut off. I thought it was full.
Yeah, there's an eclipse. There's an eclipse top
tonight. What?
Oh yeah, there's
what the fuck? I'm seeing an eclipse.
Shit.
I'm watching it right now.
Is it gonna disappear? All right, show over.
From the top down.
Everything's on fire.
The top's chopped, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
We chopped the top of the moon off.
So I was researching it today because I've been checking out the moon phases because deer hunting, and apparently this is called the Hunter's Moon, and there's also an eclipse going on at the same time.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna.
It's got a hole in the top. It looks like an eyeball looking straight up. Whoa, the veins are the. That's pretty cool.
Wicked, isn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. The eagle's like, wait, I'm out here, guy. Where you at? You see it?
Gotta go.
I'm yelling at an eagle over at the house. You see that? That's wild, ain't it?
Damn it. I was getting ready to go to bed. Now I got to stay up and watch this.
What the heck is that? I've never seen that. Oh, this is cool. Okay, the moon is opening up on the top. What's coming to come out?
We should be getting some of them auroras as well, because we just got a double CME left the sun, so we're going to get hit twice, and the second one's
either that. It's a dome, and there's a game going on there, and they decided to open the dome tonight so they could get some night sky in.
There you go.
That's what it looks like, man. It looks like the top of an eye. It looks like an eyeball facing straight up now with the con. You know what I'm saying? Where the concave is in the top.
Yep.
I'm waiting for something to come out. It's like, what the hell did it come out from? That would be cool.
Yeah, definitely pretty cool. It looks like it's been topped.
Yeah, man, it's wow.
Kind of,
And
it got dimmer too. It was kind of blasted. It's definitely. JD says it's peaking right now.
It makes it looks like it's like got a meteor, like a crater, which is whether they're from meteors or
Clipped
not.
it or something. Yeah.
That's okay. It's almost over. It's oh shit! What the hell?
Is it receding?
Oh, it's going away.
Yeah, they
No,
don't usually last too long.
it's just sitting right there.
It looked when I was out there, you could see the black spot, and then you could see it like dimming. The moon was dimming a little bit.
Hell, I'm sitting here looking at it. Wait a second. Where's that picture at? What am I looking at? I'm looking at myself.
So is it getting brighter now, Raz?
Yeah, man. I got to flip my camera around. I can't. If I remember how to do it.
Up in the left
I've been
corner.
sitting here talking about it the whole time, and I've been not sharing it with anybody. Oh, if I can't. Yeah, see the top
As long
going.
as it's up and down, you should be able to zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm zooming. But remember the zoom, and they can't. You can't normally get the moon on your camera anymore because it's a fixed photo now. You don't get the actual live picture of the moon anymore on your phone. It's an AI. If anybody didn't know that yet.
It's a hologram.
But this right here, they can't fake this. They can't do that.
It looked like it today. It was so big and full.
This is live.
It looked weird. It didn't even look real, to be honest with you. Just looked like an inanimate object in the sky.
No, it hadn't changed. You still got the eyeball. Still got the concave.
I thought it was supposed to be going like complete eclipse on it tonight. It looks like it's going away.
It's a partial.
I'm back. Yeah, man, the top's still going.
Are Sharon all just really high and tripping out?
Oh, just a
Yeah, you should try doing a long exposure shot of the sky tonight, see if you can catch the aurora.
Nice.
Can you do that on an iPhone?
Yeah.
Can you?
Just take any phone that's got a night capability or that's got a setting for night should work. So just slows the shutter down.
I don't know.
He said the East Coast was supposed to hit peak at 10:45, so it's 10:51 now. So, and I would think we're not Eastern time. No,
We're what? We're Eastern time.
Are we Eastern time?
Yeah.
That's a stoner moment right there.
What do you smoke? Oh, dude.
There you go.
Just
on the share button.
The share? Hold on. Let me moment.
Oh, he can come better. Let me put mine down.
There you go.
Let's see if I can do this time.
Yo, we go here. Look at this.
Well, there you
go. Like cube. Saw the moon go cube before.
He said he's never seen the moon go cubed before.
Oh no, he's playing there. No way. That's AI.
That was crop.
That would be that's funny. No, stop playing. If the mute would have been cube, you'd have heard more than that out of my mouth.
That's so exciting. I was gonna type it, but I might as well just say it. For the Michigan people, for certain, this set of eclipses is closing out cycles that began in 2008. 2008 is when the MMMA began. So cycles not necessarily meaning that anything is going to close, but there's definitely a big change in things for all of us in cycles that began in 2008. For Michigan, the Michigan Medical Marijuana Program, the Act itself, the We the People Act, very much so began in 2008. Very excited to see what's to come over the next few years. And it's beautiful out there.
There you go.
Very nice. Very quiet.
Yeah. Seems like just in general, man, I have never seen so much beauty in the sky. I don't remember I'm asking. You know, when we grew up, I remember beautiful sunsets and shit like that, the old red sky at night type thing, you know, but never as many like of these fucking purple and pink, and it's just amazing. The other night, man, there was a fucking cloud out there that was fucking purple with red highlights around that motherfucker.
Yep.
I mean, I ain't never seen shit like that, man. What about you guys? You remember that? This kind of color in the sky when you were kids?
No, just looking at them Starlink satellites when they come across, it's awe-inspiring when you look at that. And have you ever seen them Starlink satellites when they come over and they flare? Because I've sat outside with my laser, you know, and I'll point at the Starlink satellites and I'll be hitting them, and occasionally they give off a flare, like they just took a picture of you.
Huh.
They probably did.
But
Really
if you ever pay attention, you can actually go and look on Starlink's website, and you can see when they're coming over, so you can actually go out and watch them. But it's like a big train of UFOs going across the sky.
Yep.
Yeah, first time I ever saw
Elon
it was
reads all the
what fuck I
messages.
was seeing.
I don't doubt it in any way,
I
shape,
think
or
they're a
form.
weapon. I think they're you know, a 5G weapon. We know that they're providing 5G, and we know that the military has got patents on weaponized 5G. So I think that Starlink could be turned on us at any
Oh,
point.
I don't doubt that. I do not doubt that for a second. Not sidetrack, but the squirrel just for 1 second. I love it because I know SoCal can't see chat, and he would love for the plant wants me to pass this along. He said, tell SoCal cheers and thank you for all the great things he did back in the day with the charity efforts with subs. Some of us remember good things. So big green heart for you, brother. I just wanted to throw that in. I didn't mean to disrail but I do believe that kind of shit they've said for a long time that they knew that the cell towers and shit like that could be flipped for a weapon. And yeah, the thought that you're right that it could be beamed straight from a satellite to you is a scary thought.
Did you read in the news today, or read somewhere, Libya or something like that? Loads of people got killed today because their pages exploded.
What? The pager. Well, first of all, who in the fuck still carrying a pager? That's all I want to say about that. But that's scary.
What'd you say?
Who's still carrying pagers?
Who's carrying?
They can't. But Libya. All right, just to like go back and not to seem like it's totally off the wall. They control Libya. Their cell phone usage like crazy, right? They monitor all their calls and such. So pagers may not be a bad thing there, right?
Oh.
But you know, if they can do that to a pager, you think what they could do to your cell phone with that battery inside there? If that just pops off next to your head.
That's a crazy thought.
But they can't. They don't make as much money when they do it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and when you start taking out your customers, you're going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't think when that time comes, they're not worried about customers. They're worried about you coming back thing.
I don't know what they do, but if they did that, I guess it'd be no different than what they did with the food, then, right? I mean, so
Right.
but you can't lose all your customers, but you might have to be, you might be looking for different medical uses to come from out of whatever damage. I don't know. I hope not. I hope they're doing the right thing.
I mean, it's one of the big things that was said when they were first releasing or getting to go ahead for letting the 5G go with all these towers. People were complaining of having flu-like symptoms, and then we got this pandemic that's never gone away. But whether there's a coincidence there or not is another question that possibly needs to be asked.
Well, back in, let's see here, it was 2012, right when I was like powering the switch from actually physical work into being a full-fledged caregiver, and marijuana being my main living. Was things like this. I was working for a contractor, and we were subcontracting work from Verizon in monitoring them little cement buildings you see at the end of the American Tower buildings there. American Towers owns all the towers. Anybody else just puts in little heads and leases from American Tower. American Tower is basically the ones that do the emergency broadcast bullshit, and they have always done so. But when Verizon bought a good portion of them buildings, and my job was to go in and put up a fireproof wall, steel studs, double 5/8 fire, drywall on each side, FRP, make sure it's fireproof, while the rest of my team cut a hole in the building, put in a door, cut in a thing for an air conditioner. Then they put in generators for Verizon at the time. So because all these, here's another fun fact for all you guys cell phone users. Most of the carriers that lease these antennas from these towers, their backup is a stack of batteries. So there's a power outage in your area. Your cell tower or that head is only good for the stack of batteries that company has to run their equipment. So Verizon was the only one that actually put in a diesel generator with the capability of running for weeks after the battery backup goes dead. So that's my job being there. What I found out during this process, working at the base of them fucking towers was fucking physically exhausting to everybody on the crew. Every day that we worked at the base of them towers, all of us went home at the end of the day and went directly home just fucking completely whooped, when any other day we could, normal day. The days that we went there completely fucking whooped and felt that fact for days. Looking into that after multiple counters with this, I found out that them workers, everybody, there is a book as soon as you go in there that every worker has to document the time that they were there. They're only allotted 3 hours at the tower. That's all you can be at the tower, and you have to journal this. And so we're working and putting in 11, 12-hour days, knocking out, because we don't want to go back to the sites. You know what I mean? We were there banging one of these fuckers out per day and overdoing it. When they know that you can only be around even at the base of this tower for a few hours at a time. And that's serious shit comes off them towers. And then again, much less being able to turn it into a weapon. We were talking about the other day, Rez, right there in the fine print of our phones, it says keep this fucker an inch off your body at all times. All times.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
There's a reason why they started calling it mobile phone, because there was they used to call them cell phones, cellular phones.
Cellular, changing your cellular makeup.
Yeah, they affect you on it at a cellular level. Apparently, they have a certain toroidal or a spin, and our cells want to spin one way, but the cellular phones are doing something that creates this chaos within your cells. Whether I actually believe that possibly could be true. And that's the reason why it is called a cellular phone. And we all know all radiation, background radiation, is not good for you. X-rays, you have too many of them, they're not good for you. But this microwave is radiation. It's no different. It's bad for you.
Hey, Bengus.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thought I'd jump in, say hi.
Cheers. How you doing, man? It's been a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Everything changes nowadays, it's crazy. I finally caught one, when Eagles Live. I'm not on social media as much, but it's always good to see you live. Thought I'd jump in. Rez, SoCal, I see I.
Appreciate you. Glad you caught us tonight.
Yeah. Cheers, chat.
Have you seen the moon?
Right on.
He's asking, did you see the moon tonight? The eclipse.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Is it still going?
I don't know. Well, it depends where you are.
You were the one outside.
I needed to smoke, so my bowl works better sitting down.
Yeah.
And it was a little chilly out there.
I don't pay much attention to the outdoors unless I have to go out there.
Yeah, there you go.
So whatever, another eclipse. Haven't we had quite a few of those lately?
That's wild.
One coming, if I remember correctly. There's another full eclipse coming in a couple of weeks. If I could be wrong.
I think that's somewhere in October, I thought.
October 2nd.
I think I read somewhere where they have this camera in the sky that's the same size as the moon. Covers the moon and it creates all these extra eclipses. And I'm just like, that would make a hell of a lot more sense.
Oh,
Well,
eclipse after eclipse after eclipse.
The ancient
I think they're just
people
think
believe there's
what?
The ancient Vedic religion believe there's a sun, a black sun called Rahu.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
And that's what comes across and called, this is where the 13 years and everything comes from, because apparently there's 13 months and this Rahu represents one of them.
I see.
But yeah, it's called the black sun.
used to be 13 months.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I think have been lied to about a lot of things. It's just, I see a lot of bizarre novelty basically going on in my own life, as well as when I venture out into the world. It's just everywhere. It seems to have picked up its pace.
So I don't remember seeing that stuff as younger. Were these happening as often when we were 30 years ago, 40 years ago?
I don't think so. I mean, it was rare that we had an eclipse. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Also,
just more aware.
Not looking at told us everything. We had to race to the TV to get told something.
That's how we knew it was true, right? Now we know what's a lie by going to the TV.
Walter told me. True.
No, they did a 360 on us, Come listen to our lives. You used to think were true. What the fuck happened?
In the 70s, I watched TV up to the 70s until I left in 80. Left home in 85. I watched TV believing that everything on the news.
Me too. Dude, I used to run home from school to get to watch Gilligan's Island. You know what I mean? It was my
reruns.
Day.
Was that? Wait a second. You're not old enough. I guess maybe you are. You old enough to was Gilligan's Island?
I was in grade.
Live, remember?
Yeah, I think. Well, I'll be 70 here in February, so I don't know.
I remember fucking.
Live.
I don't know about live, but I think it was like the first. You know what I mean? First play. You know what I mean? First seasons. First.
Right. The first one is live. That's the remember eggs. Even though,
if you look at Mary Jane now, she's not quite as good looking as she used to be. She's still alive though. And what was the other one? The movie star.
All dead. They're all gone.
She's still around, dude. She's getting interviews. She wrote a book, and
she passed away too.
Things have changed.
She passed away the last couple of years. Mary Ann did.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I think during the pandemic. I think so.
Yeah.
They're all gone.
Indeed. Yeah.
Bob Demper, he was a smoker. He was one of those advocates, right? He got busted in the 80s. Yes.
Yeah. Bonanza.
They were all in California, so it was never a big deal in California, right? Even in the 70s, it 30 grams or less, even back then in the 70s, was a misdemeanor, but you had to get a court for it. And then Schwarzenegger was the one who got rid of it, where you didn't have to go to court for it. And that was, I guess, that would have been after it was legalized for medical.
Yeah,
you didn't have to go to court for it. Because I used to sit at home, and I'd be on the East Coast, wherever, going, "Wow, California's thinking about going legal," and nobody had yet. And they start saying, "You're going to get to have 6 plants, and you get to have them in 6 square foot." And I started thinking, "What the hell? 6 square feet? What you get? Okay, how do I do this? What do I got to build against the wall? And it's got to be like this, and it's got to grow up in a." They're putting me on a square footage. I mean, it was so small back when they first started talking about it. But it made you dream. You're like, wow, somebody's gonna get to grow weed legal, man. They'll have it growing up a wall somewhere, but it'll have to be in like the container that we make for a planter. It's not gonna let you have any more than that.
It's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Well, I wasn't around at the beginning of in states where it was medical. I left the West Coast when everybody became I left the West Coast in '96 when everybody became legal.
Yeah.
So went back east, from Washington State, and then California, and all those guys went medical, and I'm like, oh well, that's interesting. Now you're looking at it from the other side of the country, going, what the hell did I leave for? I'm like, on the wrong side of the country now.
No, you left because you were smart and you got out while you could.
I came back, right? I still want to go back to California.
Well, you better get there before it falls into the ocean.
Right.
Gee, maybe stop in Arizona, you get some beachside property.
Hey, I'm not lucky enough for this place to fall into the ocean.
You're high enough.
Capitalize on that. Yeah. Who knows?
You're on the line, so you can just jump across and be safe.
Yeah.
Still riding that motorcycle, SoCal?
What's that?
Are you still riding that motorcycle?
I went out Sunday morning, actually.
All right. It's not beating you up. It hasn't defeated you yet.
Oh, it has, but I came back and it's like they say, if you fall off the horse, get right back on, right?
Yeah. Good.
I mean, it took me 15 months to get back on after I fell off, but
Yeah, they kick a little harder than the natural version.
Yeah. Well, I did realize though, I went out Sunday morning, left my house about 5:30, and got out and rode for a few hours and came home. Took a little nap in the hammock in the backyard and went out hunting deer in the afternoon. And I'll tell you what, I'm no spring chicken. I can't do that shit anymore.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
How's the garden, Dingus?
Well,
Good. Very good. I need to get your address, Eagle. I want to send you some goodies. I'm waiting. Things have been very good. I mean, the few people that I assist are keep me busy. And that's good. It gets tiring, of course, with the rotation. The same thing every day. So I have to kind of adjust my attitude because I got it down. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of effort. It just takes a consistent effort. And, got to hang in there. I wish I had a little helper so I could take off and go do a few things here and there. Wouldn't mind running back east with you guys once at least, but I just can't trust anybody.
Well, you're that. I would think that the perlite, running straight perlite, would be like a fragile system. You know what I mean? You got the pH having to be on point all the time, and just seems like if you were to send in a rookie and not, or somebody that didn't have the passion for it, that could spin out of the control quickly.
You got to watch it. It's not so much the pH. I mean, you can stabilize everything. It's the fact that you're filling a weep system, so the nitrates, the salts build up pretty quickly. So you got to watch the tips of the leaves, and once the tips start to tell you what's going on, then you just flush with water. I got it down. In the beginning, yeah, it's not your normal process, but it's easy, man, and it's cheap. So it keeps my overhead low. And it's right now, the way I have it set up, dude, these, I hate to say it, but GML's lights are fucking good. And they're making my buds really heavy. And some of the new strains, like I got a Bubba Kush, shit, the buds are so thick and heavy that it breaks the branches. And
nice.
With the way that I grow it, right? And so I wouldn't want to grow that outdoors. You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that would be a good choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed with it. I'm going to take Spartacus, who's structured mighty, and breed with it. But it would work great in somebody else's garden that had a scrog and was in a tent. It would work perfect. But I do this standalone thing, and it creates a few little hurdles that I have to make sure I get over. But when you're growing and you go through the whole process and half the plant collapses one morning, you come in there like, oh, God. Like, what kind of genetics are that? You start, having a bad attitude.
What plant does that?
When you get heavy buds, man, some of these branches, they just won't take them.
Yeah.
Open the door the next day. When you close the door, it was at this angle, and you open the door, and it's at this angle.
They just snap right off at the.
Really?
At the.
Really was like that, weak branches. They get heavy and then just want to just snap right off if you didn't properly
Well, I
support.
mean, we want the lights to give us the big buds, but then you have to adjust the growing style. I mean, I guess I could have yo-yos everywhere and be the puppet master, but I prefer to just let them grow naturally upwards. And anyway, so I got a few that I'm gonna cross here as soon as they get big enough. Do a little small crossing of I got an orange peel that I don't even know what it is. It's a bag seed, but it's the same thing. It doesn't hold the weight. Bubba Kush, a couple others. Play around, see what happens. But yeah, if you on IG, next time you're on IG, if you don't mind, send me your address or Mr. Eagle Gardens.
I will, sir. I will. Like I'm gonna turn down a fucking Bing package. Really?
You can say it. Now,
Am I coming through too strong here?
Yeah,
no, you can
no,
get
man.
me out through chat either one.
Is my voice my mic too hot?
Nah.
No, you're good.
Okay.
But we are gonna fixing to go out on the 20 here on the dab song because I got things to do. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? So it's a double-edged sword there. So appreciate you guys for tuning in and hanging out. Wish you would have got in a little bit sooner there, Bingus. I always
No
enjoy
problem.
your company
No,
as well
man.
as everybody
I'm
else.
good for a sprint anyway. I mean, I'll see you guys next time, all right?
Cheers, Peter.
No damn song.
Cheers, friends. Cheers, Chad.
Cheers. Thank you for popping in, brother. All right. We listen to the dab song as we depart, guys.
All right. Well, on that note, I guess
Oh, he fucking SoCal us. He didn't even say fuck off.
I didn't. He's left it to me. So fuck you.
It feels good, don't it? Come on. It felt good.
All right. Yeah. Cheers, everyone. Piss and puff. Catch you next time.
Cheers, ICD. Thanks for popping in.
Shout out is the Gilbo. Thank you for the bomb. Your bomb, the roller bomb on my four hands is the bomb on the bone, man. So, cheers, everybody. Chat. Thanks, Eagle.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Have a good day. To the rest of you guys, I didn't mean to go, yo. Cheers. To the rest of you guys, thank you very much. I need to bring up my chat so I can see you guys saying goodbye. I greatly appreciate you guys following in. Sorry I couldn't make it happen yesterday. Shit happens, but as you know, things progress. I promise things will be more brick and mortar and yeah, a little more dependable. Very much Carlton, the Pharmacy Seed Network in chat. Cheers to you, brother. Soon as I am very much looking forward to getting back to go to the organic wormhole. Hopefully, by the time I get that together, you guys are still willing and not fuck off. Cheers, brother. I do appreciate you, Carlton. Dude, right there. If you're not following, you should, because right there. As well as other people's fits, the other organic wormhole participants. Much love and respect for everybody that puts in and does things here on the channel. I greatly respect you guys, but more importantly, just importantly, thank you guys for continually supporting the show and me through my ups and downs, sideways, all the endeavors that does involve me and the channel. I greatly appreciate that. With that being said, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives. Something that, I believe in firmly. 100%. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. I will.